Namaskar and welcome to NFL Masala. I'm your co-host Anant.
And I am your other co-host, Rakshak. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 34 of NFL Masala, where we talk about all the latest happenings in the NFL with a little bit of spice.
So today we are going to be talking about the Super Bowl. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have arrived. The Super Bowl is nigh this weekend, and we're finally going to be breaking down the Patriots and the Seahawks. And for that, we have a couple of guests. Abhishek, first off, welcome back to the podcast, our resident NFL news corroborator and influencer in that way for us, who's on our quote unquote payroll. But welcome back, Abhishek.
What's up? How's it going?
And we will be having later on in the show Cam, Achut, and Varun, who are going to be joining and talking about the Patriots and the Seahawks. So let's get started with some Dhamakedar news, shall we?
Yeah, let's lead the way.
First bit, a little bit of Cowboys news that just happened. They're going to be playing the first NFL game in Rio. First they did Sao Paulo last year, and now they're going to be having a game in Rio, and it technically is considered one of their home games as well. So there is that. I don't know if there are a lot of Cowboys fans in Brazil. That might be something that we have to look into. But they will be playing at Maracana Stadium, which holds more than 70,000 people and was the site of the FIFA World Cup finals. So we all remember that one in 2014.
Yeah.
Brazilian fans definitely remember that one in 2014.
Oh, yeah, the 7-1 loss to Germany. That was like curb stomping.
Yep.
Yeah. Miroslav Klose breaking the Ronaldo's goals for most World Cup goals ever. So, yeah.
And apparently the Cowboys were also a candidate to play the Rams in Melbourne, Australia, but LA opted to protect that game for the SoFi and instead will face the 49ers in Australia, announced also earlier this week.
It's also announced that the Cowboys potentially it will be a non-NFC East game, so it'll be either Cardinals, Niners, Titans, Bucks, or Ravens.
Nice.
Cowboys Niners in Brazil would be fun.
But I doubt they do 2 international games for the Niners. But they did that last year, I believe, for the Browns. They played in London one day and then Germany. I remember vaguely.
Right.
Something like that. Could be wrong, but
I would not be. I think and we all know what the venue in Melbourne is going to be. It's going to be the MCG, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. So
yeah,
that's the most viable thing for the Niners and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And another bit of the Makedar news. I broke this yesterday on IG. When you hear, the show It's Always Sunny in Philly, it's apparently not. We received news that Eagles offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland has decided to leave. He said that he will be leaving the Philadelphia Eagles after 13 years as the O-line coach.
Dang, that is rough. Is he retiring or is he like?
I don't know what it is, but he's leaving the Eagles according to Zach Berman, and Stoutland put up a message. He said something in the lines like it was been great for 13 years. It was been a great 13 years. Like, this man created Statler University, and he was responsible for rebuilding that offensive line. That was the only good thing that came out of the Chip Kelly system. Was Jeff Stoutland. I mean, you got Pro Bowlers like Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, Isaac Seumalo, Halapuli Vaitai, who came in as a backup for Jason Peters. And funny enough, yesterday was the 8th anniversary of the Philly special. in which the Philadelphia Eagles won their first Super Bowl over the New England Patriots. And I mean, and not only that, like he took a guy like Mekhi Becton, who was labeled as a bust, moved him to guard, and he is a Pro Bowler. And I think the biggest accomplishment, taking a guy who was a rugby star who did not know how to put football pads on his first day. I'm talking about Jordan Mailata, All Pro, and apparently, I think this could, and with him, I thank him for all success. It's good. Eagles' offensive line is going to take a big hit because you're losing that key of experience. But as I was digging through through like the net and through the rabbit hole, there was apparently some disgruntlement because during mid-season, or before that, Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo decided all the run games, and they didn't even notify Stoutland beforehand. And yeah, that's how bad it was. Like he wasn't even he was frustrated with the in-game politics of how Sirianni favored Patullo, which makes fucking sense because why the fuck was he still there? And going on from that, it was also that mid-season, Stoutland wasn't well aware that his role as offensive coordinator, as the run game coordinator, was gone. He did it took a little bit late, and now, I mean, the fact that it went badly this way, it's like Howie Roseman built the best roster as much as possible, and then Nick Sirianni and fucking Kevin Patullo. Those two people I'm holding responsible. Kevin Patullo, who God on earth, how the fuck is he still in the building? He is apparently still in the building for some reason because he's Nick Sirianni's friend. And now we got reports that Sean Mannion, who's now the new Eagles offensive coordinator and former Packers quarterback coach, he brought in Ryan Mahaffey as the run game coordinator and tight ends coach, according to Tom Pelissero. He's now the new run game coordinator, taking over Jeff Stoutland, and he was previous wide receiver coach for the Packers. I'm like, we're really going to be the Philadelphia Packers in some way.
Basically.
It's stupid. And I understand the need of wanting new, fresh new ideas. Like the Sean Mannion trades, the pickup, I was like, let's see how that goes. And then you saw Josh Grizzard come in as a play call, as the pass game coordinator. It's like, okay, I can see where this is going a little bit. And then you got Brian Maffei. It's like, okay, so you want to revamp this entire offense to fit Kyle Shanahan's scheme. Wide zone rushes, a little bit more under center. And I think this is where this has to be the make or break here for Jalen Hurts, because I mean, he's done. And the thing is, I'll say Jalen Hurts is a good. You two listen, good quarterback. But
we've never said he's not a good quarterback.
I never said he was not good. I just said there's just some Philadelphia fans that act like he's top 2 and that he's not number 2. That's the problem.
No, I'm saying he's a good quarterback, but and he does know how to win games. But the issue that we're seeing a little bit more is that inconsistency of we're having a good year and then a bad year, a good year, and it's you need to have someone who can say okay, how do you go on from there and maintain that level of success? Attack the middle of the field with the pass game. You should be able. We need more of the Jalen Hurts running the ball, and yes, QB health is a very big important factor because 4 or 5 years, is he going to be that quarterback, or do we move on from there? And I think, and also this is that make or break year for Nick Sirianni, as we said beforehand, because if this season doesn't go well, we might as well clean house. I mean, fire Nick Sirianni, which I think is the right decision. Go. And also hearing news that Vic Fangio is going to stay for 1 more year after the Cowboys got Christian Parker. I was very upset about that move, but I'm happy that he finally got he deserves to be a defensive coordinator or a head coaching position, whatever he gets it. But I think Dallas got a real good one. I'm fucking pissed about it, but I wish you all the best on that one. So There is trouble in Philly, and now I'm hearing like, oh, AJ Brown's gonna go. Derrick Henry sitting his bitch ass face with Kay Adams talking about, oh, come over, and Cooper DeJean, the man who sacked his, who dumped his fucking ass last year in that Super Bowl run. So shut the fuck up, Henry. Cooper DeJean is your fucking daddy, bitch. And I mean like. I have so much pent up rage on this month. And I'm like, if AJ Brown's gonna get traded, it better be a damn good package. And Howie Roseman better finesse some picks on that one. And you might as well lean on lower with Devontae Smith, and or you try and get a wide receiver this draft, which I don't know if it's good or not. I got to do some draft lookup on that. But things are irky in Philly, especially the Jared McCain trade. So that's all I'll say. And thank God I'm a Mouse fan.
Yeah, I mean, about Philly, the whole I think it's crazy to, isn't it crazy? Guy who won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, Super Bowl MVP. Everyone saying it's make or break. Like that is how everyone has finally viewed Jalen Hurts the way he actually is. He is, again, not saying he's a bad quarterback. I just think he's a system quarterback. He needs everything perfect around him. And that's what it was last year. He had the perfect health. He had the perfect O line. Everyone was healthy, right? And it finally hit for him. The defense was obviously insane. So, like, being a Cowboys fan, I mean, it's obviously great to see you guys in shambles because that's what you guys deserve. But I mean, but just in general, I think this just points to Nick Sirianni. You got to let him go. He has to go because the fact that you guys have Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. Who else? Am I missing someone?
I mean,
Dallas Goedert. I know Dallas Goedert's a free agent.
All our tight ends are free agents.
I wouldn't be shocked if Dallas Goedert comes back. He deserves the pay raise that he's going to get. So, and I doubt you guys are going to give that. But you have all these really good pieces, right? But no one wanted to go there to be an offensive coordinator. Mike McDaniel chose to go be the OC for the Chargers, who run the ball, have no offensive line, literally one receiver and Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
And he chose to go there. That's a evident sign that Nick Sirianni is the problem, right? You had so many options that were out there. Who were the other OCs that were good? I don't remember on the top of my head.
I think it was like Brian Daboll.
Brian Daboll. You didn't think to. Yeah, like no one, like Brian Daboll would much rather work with Cam Ward than Nick Sirianni, right? Or not. I shouldn't say Nick Ward or Cam Ward, but I mean like who's the head coach? Robert Saleh. Like it's crazy. And I think the day that Nick Sirianni gets fired is the day that, you guys will do that reset that you did from Doug Peterson to Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni gave you that one Super Bowl that Doug Peterson did. And I think you guys need to, I think it's time to, reset it. Let, what's his name? Vic retire and call it just keep going.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if that's what we're looking for, it's like, and if Vic Fangio retires, I think you might as well promote Clint Hurt, who is the current like assistant DC, or like if you still want to maintain the Vic Fangio look, or you just go back to Jim Schwartz. But then again, Jim Schwartz's scheme is different as well. So it's like, what do you do from there? It's like you either pick what you've done, what has worked in the past before with Jim Schwartz, or you go back, or you go with a successor of the Fangio style. I mean, like Sean Desai, all due respect, he can't do it. And Matt Patricia, thank God he's in college. So let's just keep it as that. So that's all I got from the city of brotherly love.
Yeah, I just think I would go with an offensive-minded head coach who actually calls plays.
Yeah.
Because the problem that we're seeing with Jalen Hurts is that he's a good enough quarterback to win you games, but only if it's in the right situation most of the time. Reminds me a lot of early Tom Brady before Tom Brady became, the elite passer who could, take his team on his back, right? Early Tom Brady in those first three Super Bowls had some of the best defenses that you will ever see with Bill Belichick in his prime coaching that defense with
And then
amazing.
he carried a non first ballot coach, dude. Let's be
Oh
real.
yeah, oh yeah.
Non
That's
non Hall of
right.
Famer
I
coach,
am
Non
man.
Hall of Fame coach.
Not
Yeah,
Hall of
yeah,
Famer coach.
yeah.
exactly. My bad. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah.
just shocked.
Sorry,
Like,
didn't mean to have that.
No, no, you're
It's just
right.
hilarious, man. I still can't believe that
it's
happened.
stupid.
I
It's still crazy that Robert Kraft didn't get in either.
Yeah.
That at this rate, they're gonna do it to Tom Brady, and someone might just set that entire hall on fire.
on
Like
fire.
they should remove all the bus and just set the building on fire. Like
You
literally, that's
might
the
have
worst thing.
Achut just raid the place and
Oh
Honestly,
my
he might.
god.
Knowing him, he will.
Oh yeah. Untruth is
Yeah.
like, let me get the lighter, and
yeah.
Bart's gonna be that one girl in that meme where she's like singing. She has that smiling face, and there's like fire at the background.
hmm
Yeah, but yeah, and also last bit of the Makidar news today. The NFL honors is on right now, and Josh McDaniels. Thank you to Abhishek for breaking the news on this one. Josh McDaniels has been named the AP 2025 Assistant Coach of the Year. So congratulations on that.
Much deserved.
hmm
He definitely helped Drake May take that step up. This is his first year back, right?
Mhm.
After, or was he there last year on that staff?
I think
He
no,
was,
I
right?
think
First year back.
His first year back coming, or did Mike Rabel retain him? Uh, I thought he was there last year, unless because he was
no.
unless he was somewhere else.
Mm,
Oh, he took a year off. He was Raiders head coach up till 23, was off 24, and came back in 25. So yeah, that's even more impressive. That it's crazy that Mike McDaniel, he's on his third stint with the Patriots. He's
hmm
honestly 6-time
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion, dude. Like he is as
Not Hall of
underrated as you
Famer
can get.
again.
Not Hall of Famer. I
That
mean,
is
it's
it's
so crazy
crazy.
that I think Mike McDaniel, what's his name? Like Josh McDaniels.
Josh
It's funny. I
McDaniels,
think
yeah.
anyone with McDaniels are just built to be an OC, not a head coach, right? Like I think Josh McDaniels is a perfect OC, and I think he's found his spot. And it's good for Drake May. Awesome.
Mhm.
And if they get to keep it going, that'll be even better. Um, but yeah, we'll see more. I think they're announcing the final 15 of the Hall of Fame today, if I'm correct, or final whatever
Mhm.
finalists, and then the rest of the awards. So uh, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So, what
We
do we got
still,
next? Huh?
I think we should still talk about this Bill Belichick being snubbed
Yeah.
because I don't understand it. I don't
Okay.
understand it. You know, he is the greatest coach in NFL history. He has, 80% of his hand can be filled with Super Bowl rings.
Mhm.
That's his legacy. 80% of his hand can be filled with hands can be filled with Super Bowl rings, and he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. What are the requirements then? Is his relationship an issue at that point,
I
or is
think.
it
Sorry, go ahead. Go
no?
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, is it Deflategate and all those other controversies that happened that caused this?
I would like to know. I want to know about that too because it's. I mean, we all hate Belichick for like what he did to our teams, respectively, but you cannot deny him for being a brilliant defensive mastermind when he was
Mm-hmm.
under Bill Parcells, when he was supposed to have the Jets or the Browns thing, and before he switched it over to New England. I thought that was funny as hell. And what he did for the Patriots, like if you were going to tell a story like how the game of football was like progressed upwards, you have to include Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. You got to
Mm-hmm.
include those two names, and then later on you include Brady. But it's like the fact that I'm thinking like maybe they're like some Bills beat writers that was part of that 50 or 52 man write up panel that voted no, we're not going to do that. In spite of that's complete horseshit. That is bullshit. And in the words of Abhishek, it is dog shit that this happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think I find it. I see that's the biggest part, right? Whoever, like the Bills, the Jets, and who else in their division? The Dolphins. Literally, Bill Belichick's their father, right? Like Tom
Mhm.
Brady and Bill Belichick are their fathers. That entire 20-year run when both of them were together, they owned every single team. They owned the entire league. And no matter how much hatred anyone had towards the Patriots or towards Bill Belichick, I don't think a single person would say that he does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame and does not
Mhm.
deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think the and you know what blows my mind is that, and I remember this tweet. Someone said Bill Belichick is the last head coach to win a playoff game with the Cleveland Browns. Because fun fact, because Kevin Stefanski in that 2020 year had COVID and he had to miss
Mm.
it. So Bill Belichick
Mm.
is technically the last head coach to win, starting head coach to win a playoff game with the Browns, and that alone should put him in the Hall of Fame.
Mm.
But I think the Hall is punishing for Deflategate and Spygate, right? I think it's very clear of what this is, right? They're punishing, but the craziest part is Deflategate, I think, was more Tom Brady than it was Bill Belichick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spygate's 100% Bill Belichick. And Bill
Right.
Belichick got the punishment. The Patriots got their punishment for it.
Mhm.
What more are you going to punish? And I think the Hall just wanted it. They're overdoing it. They did it with To, right? Let's be real. No matter Rakshak, how much we both hate To for what he
Oh
did to
yeah,
our teams, he was a freaking first ballot Hall of Famer,
he was a
right?
oh hell yeah.
No one disagrees with that, right? And now this just shifts to what is it, next year or the year after, when the greatest quarterback or the greatest player of all time is about to show up to the ballot, right? And he's gonna, or if you don't let Robert Kraft or Bill Belichick go in, I hate to say it, but you can't let Tom Brady go in for the same fucking reason. Because who is the one who benefited out of those spy gates, Deflategate? It was Tom Brady. Like,
Yeah, and in
so
spite of
you
those,
can't.
he still won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, he still won, right? Like, I mean, a lot of people say they won because of that bullshit, whatever, right?
Mhm.
Even without Spygate, even without Deflategate, dude, they won 6 freaking Super Bowls
Yeah.
together. Like, it'll be very interesting. I mean, we all know they're not going to do it to Tom Brady, and I think it's because he's now. See, this is one of the things that I think Randy Moss did a really good job of, is that he got into the media right after he left the league, and
Mhm.
Randy Moss being the guy who he was, being in media and that personality, he reshaped everyone's image of him, right? This is the same
Mm-hmm.
guy that said, "I'm going to take time off I'm going to play whenever I want to play," right? Like, I will do whatever I want. Tio was never
Mhm.
like that. Obviously, Brady was never like that, but Brady was also a dick during interviews, right? He never
Oh, yeah.
answered the
Mm-hmm.
question. He was very Bill Belichick esque. I think Bill Belichick was even worse, but like, it's crazy, man. I think they need to change the entire system, right? They need to redo it. It makes no sense, and they need to honestly uh, get rid of all the voters or find out who didn't vote for him. And I'm really shocked the Hall is not intervening in this, right? Like, I think they have the
Yeah.
right minds to do it. Like, I don't get it, right?
There needs to
Not
be a veto power. You
There
Yeah,
know.
is.
with Bill Belichick, yes. Like Robert Kraft, I can understand a tad bit because of the whole off the off out of the stadium, you know,
Mhm.
accusations he got, similar to Deshaun Watson, all that stuff. So like, I understand that you want to punish him for that. Cool. But like, not Bill Belichick, man. Dude, he already got punished for Spygate. Like you said, he's got 8 freaking rings. He's the second most winning coach. He is the most playoff wins. He's got an insane record. Like, you can't
Yeah.
tell the story of the NFL without Bill Belichick.
You can.
It's nuts.
Yeah. And what you said just at the last point is exactly what um Tom Grossi was saying, legendary 1 million subscribers, Tom Grossi. Um, he was mentioning that uh, the quality, like the main metric to get into the Hall of Fame should be, can you tell the story of the NFL without this player or person? If you can, then they're not in the Hall of Fame. If you can't, they should be in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick has single-handedly changed the story of the NFL for the past 25 years. You know, there's
Oh,
Correct.
no greater dynasty than the Patriots dynasty. Every single team, whenever they win multiple Super Bowls, is not compared to the Steelers of the 70s, is not compared to the Niners or the Cowboys of the 90s. They're compared to the Patriots. Why? Because they had the longest run of success, sustained success. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, sorry to add on to that. I mean,
Mhm,
you are like you just said this. We don't know if Bill Belichick's not a first ballot Hall of Famer,
mhm.
who is?
Right.
Who is?
You know,
And
is
a
Sean
lot of
Payton gonna
people,
be?
Sean Payton. Let's be real. Andy Reid is supposed. It will be should be a first ballot Hall of
He
Famer.
should.
He should be. Sean Payton, you could say yes, right?
Mhm,
Who else is out there? I can't even in modern day NFL. Like John Harbaugh is going to be a first ballot. Mike Tomlin's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But
mhm.
you put all of those people up against Bill Belichick, and if he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, how the fuck are you going to allow any of these guys to be a first ballot Hall of Famer? Right?
Right.
It makes no
Yeah,
sense. And you
makes
want to
no
talk
sense at
about
all.
character issues, you want to talk about things that people did bad. We have people in the Hall of Fame that have done very, very questionable things that still have their bust in there, right? So it's ridiculous to me personally. I don't think, and you know what's the sad part is that we're about to find out who's going to be in the NFL Hall of Fame. We're about to get all these finals. Drew Brees might be part of it. Larry Fitzgerald. We're going to get this big, really cool class, right? But
Yeah.
no one's going to care because all they're
Oh,
going to say is Bill Belichick was not part of it.
I
Mhm.
apparently I just looked at Wikipedia to see like who won, if there was like any updates on the awards. Apparently, we got a Rookie of the Year,
Oh, we did.
Hmm.
Tyler
Oh, nice.
Shug.
No, but
Oh,
that's the Pepsi award. I didn't. I
oh,
thought the NFL.
Pepsi NFL Rookie Award goes to
I
Tyler
saw
Shug.
that earlier today, but I thought it was.
Oh,
That's not the true honor. I don't think
ah,
that's the AP honor.
damn.
Yeah, I think the only one that they've announced was
Yeah.
like just looking through this, they said uh yeah, that's just the Pepsi NFL Rookie of the Year, not the actual
Mm-hmm.
offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's in the running for some of these awards.
Um,
Does anyone know?
Yeah. Let's
see.
check it out. Okay, finalists listed for. Okay, let's see if I can
Oh,
do
I
this.
see it. So offensive Rookie of the Year is Jackson Dart, Emeka Ibuka, Travion Henderson, Tedariah McMillan, and Tyler Shuck.
Okay.
Who do you think takes it?
Mm,
I would.
Ooh, this is a hard one.
Ooh, I
I was
would.
gonna say Emeka for the first 10 weeks before he got injured.
Mhm.
I think it's Tedariah because the way he ended it.
Ted
Yeah.
McMillan, yeah, I
Ted
would not be.
McMillan finished that season really strong.
Ted McMillan would be a good one. I would not be surprised by
Had
that.
Jackson Dart not gotten injured, he would have run away with it.
Oh
I
yeah.
think so too. The
Uh,
swag that he had coming in,
mhm.
that's
Mm-hmm. He's
The
got a
way
lot
that
of
he
mouth.
just yeah, the way
He
that
has
he
that
just like
moxie. Yeah.
completely transformed the future of the Giants organization, right? Him, Cam Scadaboo, and Malik Neighbors are going to be, if they get a good, you know, if they can build a good offensive system, that's going to be something to reckon with in the NFC East in 1 to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think
So,
that job went from being the least desirable to one of the most desirable jobs in the NFL
mhm,
in this cycle. Just the fact that they finally got the quarterback position right. They got their running back. They got a solid receiver, and even their defense. Brian Burns, Abdul Carter played really well to end the season.
mhm.
Um, they've got a solid team. I think they're like you said, next 2 years they'll be very scary.
Hmm.
Have you guys already? I don't know if I don't remember hearing it, but have you guys already predicted who your guys' award winners are going to be?
No, I have
No,
not
not yet. We can do that.
All
Yeah.
right, so I guess I'll go through these, but
Hmm.
we'll start from the bottom up. Assistant Coach of the Year nominees: Vic Fangio. I already know who Ruckchuck's choosing. Vic, Brian Flores,
I thought
Vance
we already
Joseph.
announced the
Oh, we already know that. That's Josh
Because this
McDaniels.
was
Sorry,
Josh
McDaniel.
McDaniels.
sorry. This
Somebody.
was Josh McDaniels. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Coach of the Year. This is a really tough one, in my opinion. Liam
Mm.
Cohen from the Jacksonville Jaguars, Ben Johnson from the Bears, Mike McDonald for the Seahawks, Kyle Shanahan for the 49ers, and Mike Rabel for the Patriots.
Mm. I got Vrabel. I think just the way that he's been able to build a new identity around the Patriots, right, while transitioning from what used to be a chaotic 5 years post Tom Brady, right, trying to find some cohesive offensive success as well with Josh McDaniels um, and Drake May. Basically, everyone counted out the Patriots, right? They didn't really expect them to be successful. They didn't expect them to be this successful, and now they're in the Super Bowl. Like, what more can you ask for a coach in his first year to do with an organization? Like, if they go on to win the Super Bowl, I don't think any other coach has um, the merit to earn NFL Coach of the Year. I think he already wins it just based on this season. And technically, this is like a regular season success award, but I think this is one of the few exceptions where uh, Mike Rabel should be counted for his playoff success as well.
Dude, this is a really hard award because there's three coaches on here who transformed a team from a shit team to a playoff contender team. And I mean, just like you just said, you hit the nail on Mike Vrabel with the Patriots. I mean, Ben Johnson, dude, the Bears were the fourth
Mm,
place team and they were the NFC North Division champs. Right?
yep.
He called it. He said there's going to be a new era. He built
Mhm.
the team, built in the trenches. He did a great job. Made Caleb Williams into this guy, this insane comeback player in games, insane coaching. I mean, Liam Cohen, dude, first time
Yeah.
head coach. He had an insane run. I mean, everyone questioned if Trevor Lawrence was even a franchise QB. And again, this goes back to a conversation we had with regarding the Eagles. You got to have a offensive minded coach that calls plays, right? So Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen are those two guys that I think do a good job. And dude, this is a really hard pick for me. Kyle Shanahan probably had the most injured team, and he still made it to the second round.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then Mike McDonald, I mean, the number one seed, he's in the Super Bowl. I mean, I would choose, but the turnaround of the Patriots is just undeniable. I think Mike Vrabel's going to win it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would not be surprised with Mike Vrabel being there, but I know you're gonna hate this one, but I think Ben Johnson, the way that he was able to coach up and develop
I
Caleb
don't
Williams.
disagree.
No, I mean like for fan bias and all that. But I would
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
but the way that Ben Johnson has given this team a more aggressive identity with a good running attack, and I mean, I think like a third round in like Kyle Manunga and taking DeAndre Swift. Then rebuilding the trenches. You saw all the offseason moves that they did prior to the season, like getting Joe Tooney, couple of I don't know who else that they shored up,
They
but
rebuilt that offensive line. That was a game
that
changer because Caleb Williams was getting assaulted every game the year before, and now
yeah.
he could make a sandwich back there the way he was doing some of these things. Right? I mean,
But
it was a good
but
turnaround.
and then of course, like what he's done with the so-called cardiac bears, multiple game winning drives, and of course that crazy toss to DJ Moore or Roma didn't say I don't know which one, but yeah, Ananta's
That
I
was
don't want to
DJ
bring
Moore.
it. It was DJ Moore on that crazy ass fourth down catch. And And I also thought like he also brought like say like defense, go ahead and play your aggressiveness, and they did that too. So I would not be so. I my pick is Ben Johnson. He's brought a whole new identity, and the rivalry for the Packers and the Bears is officially on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before they announce it, because they're about to announce this, but I will.
Okay.
I think this is a undeniable one. The AP Defensive Player of the Year. We got Will Anderson Jr. from the Texans, Nick Bonito from the Broncos, Miles
Miles
Garrett from
Garrett,
the Brown, Hayden Hutchinson from the Lions, and Micah Parsons from the Packers. I think this is a no-brainer. It's
Yeah.
Miles
Miles
Garrett.
Garrett. I don't even know why
Yeah.
this award is even happening. Just give it to Miles Garrett. I don't even know why Micah Parsons got selected. This is bullshit, dude. He hasn't played for half the season. What the hell is he doing in this list?
And yet he had
Um,
12 and a half sacks.
he had a really. I mean, I think you guys got. I think he got like 6. And officially, it's Miles Garrett. He's the Defensive Player of the Year.
Just rename
Um,
it to the Miles Garrett Award.
he
Honestly.
deserved it. I mean, dude, he carried that team to whatever number of wins they had.
Free him. They need to free this
They
man.
need to get rid of him, but that's what happens when you are you want out, but then you get $45 million. So, but this is his second Defensive Player of the Year, and of course, we all know he broke the record.
Yep,
Mhm.
and we have Cam from Albany. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. We're discussing a little bit on the NFL honors and their finalists and all that.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna turn my lights. I can't.
Yeah, it's like you're completely blue, and I see like, oh, you're already like getting ready for like the Yankees season and all that. Yeah.
All right, another. How's it going, Cam?
Good.
We're just going through the awards, like you said. So I'm gonna name the next one AP Comeback Player of the Year. In my opinion, I think this is already. There's probably one player for this, but nominees are Stephon Diggs from the Patriots, Aiden Hutchinson from the Lions, Trevor Lawrence for the Jags, Christian McCaffrey for the Niners, and Dak Prescott for the Cowboys.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It is a tough-
I think it's CMC.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's Christian McCaffrey.
Run
Yeah.
CMC, like
Yeah.
run
The way
DMC.
he carried that fucking team, dude.
That's what I was
You know,
gonna
it
say.
was
Yeah.
him, dude. And it's
Yeah.
crazy. The years that he plays, they're top in the league. The years he's dead, their team literally sucks. So
Mhm.
I don't.
He is the
But
49ers.
really is him and Kyle Shanahan, dude. They're made in heaven for each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year: Abdul Carter, Nick Emanwari,
Yeah.
James
Yeah.
Pierce Jr., Carson Schwinfinger, and
Schwarzenegger.
Xavier Watts.
Damn, Schwarzenegger was like
Schwarzenegger.
what, a second round or a third round, and it's like, damn, he's made that much. That's a tough one for me. I was leaning. I would want to say Nick Emanwari because he's helped that Seahawks secondary a lot, but
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if it was with Abdul Carter because late in the season he started to pick up a lot more steam and get more pressures in. Him and Dex and Sexy Dexy, that's like, bruh, can't handle it. What about you guys?
I would say maybe Abdul Carter.
Yeah. I mean, isn't Carson Schwarzenegger the favorite right now to win this award?
Oh, really? Didn't know that.
I thought he was
I
the
didn't know
heavy
either.
favorite, but I could be wrong.
He
You can
could
go
be
with anyone.
Wari. I don't know.
Could be Evan
he
Wari.
might-
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Considering
Yeah.
the impact that he's had for the secondary of the Seahawks, I think he might get it. But I don't know if they give that award to a safety over a pass rusher.
Yeah.
If they're kind of equal in, perception.
Mhm. And
So-
Xavier Watts, like I honestly had him as like the number one or number two behind Malachi Starks in that draft.
Yeah.
And I mean, they moved on from Justin Simmons, rightfully so. And Xavier Watts is proven to be like very useful. I think his ability to play corner has I think really helped him out. I think he was instrumental in that win against the Rams when he had that crucial pick.
All right, they're about to announce Offensive Rookie of the Year, but Cam, we didn't get your thoughts. It's Jackson Dart, Egbuka, Henderson, Tet, and Tyler Shook.
I'm
Who do you
saying
think he'll be?
Dart.
Dart.
He put that Giants offense on his back.
Yep.
Very true.
I think although I would like to see Ted McMillan because of his consistency and helping the Panthers get to a playoff game and apparently winning the freaking NFC South, I think.
Yes, they did, but they were everyone on that team was trash.
Everyone on that. Everyone in that.
I would lean more towards Jackson Dart because I think he brought a new level of moxie with the Giants.
He did.
His ability to run, take freaking concussion hits, and his throwing capacity. I think like you just need to pair him up again with more Malik Neighbors, have him get healthy, and maybe they get like another good a capable wide receiver too, and a brand new O line. That's good, man.
All I'm gonna say is next year the Giants are going to be scary. So watch out, you guys.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I want a full on bloodbath with like I want it to be back in the day when it was not like everyone was like handing the NFC East like a game of hot potato. I want a war. I want a good war between the Cowboys.
I want what the NFC North was this year, where the Lions, or like what every team ended with a winning record, and it was literally the Lions who probably were the most talented one got hooked, right? Because the other two teams were that good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I kind of want something like that. But yeah, so next one is Offensive Player of the Year. It's Drake May, Christian McCaffrey, Puka Nakua, Bijan Robinson, and Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Damn it!
It's a real hard award.
I got JSN on this one.
If Stafford is the MVP, then Drake May is going to get Offensive Player.
Yeah.
I think that's how the calculus works,
Yeah.
but I think realistically it should be JSN.
Wait, what'd you say?
Tedariah McMillan is Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
Hey,
come
there you
on.
go.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
not bad. I think he did carry the Panthers.
He did carry.
He did.
If my offensive player of the year, I'm gonna go quick on this one. I would like to say Puka Nakua because like he nearly had like every 100 receiving yard game, and he had those ridiculous catches. But I want to lean more towards JSN because he was. I want to say he like if Sam Darnold needed a safety blanket, JSN was that guy, and he was like the Mr. Dependable. I think he is the I think he's that sole MVP of that team offensively. JSN. That's my I'm if I have to wing it, JSN's my guy.
The crazy part is you can't go wrong with any of these, right? Because all these players deserve it. I think it's between JSN and Puka. But I think the year that Jason's had, it's unbelievable. And historically, I think they've given this to the most dominant because of how heavy quarterback the MVP is. I feel like they usually this is like the award for the running backs and the wide receivers. It's like their MVP.
Yeah.
And I think because we saw that 2 years ago when Christian McCaffrey, I mean even Saquon Barkley last year probably deserved to be who won MVP last year? Josh Allen, right? Most honestly, I think Saquon Barkley deserved MVP the way he transformed that team.
Yeah, he did.
But he was given Offensive Player of the Year because of the quarterback usually wins the MVP.
It wasn't a total loss for Barkley. He still got an award that night. So
yeah, I mean, and he won the Super Bowl. So I mean, he got the ultimate award. But what I'm saying is, I think it's going to be between JSN or Puka. I'd probably choose JSN.
I'm choosing JSN as well.
Let's scroll up. We already did Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Yeah, and I'll scare it. We agreed with you.
We already got assistant coach. Oh, Cam, who do you think is going to be Coach of the Year?
I say
Mike Rabel, Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDonald, Ben Johnson, and Liam Cohen.
I say Ben Johnson. Like,
That's
look
what
at look at the what did the Bears come in last year? They came in last, right?
Yep.
They came back strong and won the division with Williams, O'Dunes, and they built a solid offense and a pretty good defense too.
Mm-hmm.
So just give it to Johnson at this point. And plus, Johnson did help with the Lions. So
they
Yeah.
they released the voting. Tederiah McMillan got 41 votes.
oh wow,
Tyler Shook got 5. Gray Zabel was he even on the?
Oh,
Huh.
Was he even the?
I'm surprised
I didn't know.
offensive linemen will be. Yeah.
Travion Henderson got 1 and Jackson Dark got 1.
I remember
wow.
Wow.
I remember 2
Insane
years
that
ago.
Emeka Ibuka didn't even get a vote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember 2 years ago. Lamar got 49 votes and Josh got 1.
And that was a bullshit thing.
It
Lamar
was
Jackson was
bullshit.
a unanimous MVP that year. All right, and then obviously the most important award, the MVP, got Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence. As I said, it's a quarterback award, but it's pretty much Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, our Lord and Savior Christian McCaffrey, and Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, in terms of the true definition of the MVP, it should be CMC because, as you pointed out, Abhishek, the 49ers offense is completely inept without CMC present on the field. So honestly, it should be it should be CMC, but I think it's going to be Matthew Stafford simply because
I think it's
of the amount of his touchdown to interception ratio.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
would.
I
Yeah, you could go
think it's Matthew
Stafford
Stafford.
too.
I think it's Matthew Stafford. I think Trevor Lawrence and Josh Allen made a late end of the year push to get even into this conversation.
Oh yeah.
And Drake May obviously has been again. I think Drake May I think it's because of the overall team why he's part of that conversation. I don't think he played. I don't think he played to the level of Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, you take him out of the Rams, and you put Drake May or you put Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if they go as far, right?
Yeah.
And he carries that team. And honestly, I think they're going to gift it to him because he's also old and he's probably on his way out. So I think they're going to, because look at all these players: Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May. Those 3 QBs, they're the future. They potentially will get a chance. At least Josh Allen and Drake May, at least. I think they give it to Matthew Stafford.
I say they give it to Stafford.
Stafford too. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been
Is that all of them?
He's been good with the Rams. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm kind of curious who wins Fan of the Year award. I know it's not Tom Grassi anymore.
God damn it! I was gonna say it's probably Grassi again.
Yeah, he only got it once. I think.
Watch it be fucking urinating tree. That'd be hilarious.
He has to get nominated first, and I doubt people will do that because how much he shits on everyone, including
Why? Because he
Steelers.
crashes out every time the Steelers lose in the dumbest ways possible.
Oh yeah, days of our Steelers. He does some humanity with that, but yeah.
That series hasn't died; it's still going.
Yeah, replacing Mike Tomlin and Mike McCarthy. There's change right there.
Yeah, they're gonna turn into the Cowboys of the AFC. No offense, Abhishek.
Hey man, that's the best that they're gonna see in 7 years.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, now let's move on. Yeah.
How would you swing at a pitch that low? That's retarded.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's move on. I think Abhishek will keep us updated with the NFL honors as the awards are rolled in while we get started with talking about the Super Bowl for what we are here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So the way that we want to structure this is, hopefully once we have both Varun and Achyut on the podcast, or just Varun, either one of the Patriots fans, what we want to do is a little battle, a war, shall we say. We're gonna have
Oh,
a couple of Seahawks, and we're going to be battling against the Patriots fans, and we'll be debating on who has the better offense and better defense, better special teams units, and then who's finally going to win. But before we get to do that, I just want to go over each person's thoughts on the Super Bowl overall and what are some matchups that they're interested in seeing, what they think is going to be a critical component of the game, and which, if you have a specific unit that you think is going to outshine everyone else. So I guess we'll get started. Um, Abhishek or Cam, either one of you guys, if you guys have your thoughts ready to go, we can get started with that.
I'll let you go, Cam.
all right. As a Bills fan, this fucking bothers me. Like, I'm gonna be real. Pats fans, you didn't deserve it. I'm gonna say it right now.
Really?
You didn't deserve it. You had a cupcake ass schedule. You're gonna get destroyed by the Seahawks.
Okay, we can move.
I think. They're about to announce Protector of the Year. I didn't know that was an award.
I don't know.
But for the Super Bowl, I think this is going to be a very, very. I don't think it's going to be similar to the one that happened over 10 years ago, right? Close to
Yeah,
9 years ago.
Yeah, the infamous and one.
Yeah, the don't run the ball on the goal line. But I think you got to give the edge to the Seahawks because I think offensively they're better. It's just, I hate to say it because he's been playing so good, is that Sam Darnold's still a question mark. You don't know, like, it's like you're waiting for it for him to come back to what he was, right?
I know Protector of the Year was a new award. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, it makes, I don't know, man. That's my biggest question mark, right? Like, what is Sam Darnold going to do? Is he going to go back to his New York Jets way, right? Is he going to randomly become what he was last 2 weeks of last year with the Vikings where he fell off? I think if he doesn't turn over the ball, the Seahawks win, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I trust based on the way we saw the Seahawks defense play versus the Niners and versus the Rams and versus pretty much all the teams that they played this season, we know that they can win the game, like, as long as Sam Darnold doesn't do something stupid, right? And we saw that game versus the Rams in LA when Sam Darnold threw 4 picks. Like, the defense literally kept it to what? I think they won 16-6 or something like that.
I think so.
If I remember correctly. I have to go back and
wait. Which one was it? Which one?
Seahawks versus Rams
when they played in
LA.
When they played.
When they played in LA, it was like 19-21.
Oh, it's 21-19. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and I think they got 19 towards the end, if I'm correct.
Oh, and it was like a last minute field goal that got like blocked or something like that, I think.
Oh yes, this was like at the end, despite the 4 picks. You see that's my case in point right there, right? Despite the 4 picks, the defense almost found a way to get Sam Darnold to win, right? If you don't put the ball in harm's way, I know it's a very basic thing to say, don't turn it over or whatever, right? I just think it will be I think the biggest X factor in this game is going to be Cooper Kupp, because JSN is probably going to be followed by Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
So who is going to win their matchup? And I think Cooper Kupp, being the former Super Bowl MVP, the vet on this team.
Against Carlton Davis?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, do you think Carlton Davis is going to play the slot? Because that's where Cooper Kupp's going to live.
I think he should play the slot, yeah.
I mean, if that's what you're going to do, but I think, you know, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Rashid Shaheed is also going to be a big X factor in this.
Oh yeah.
How does he open up? Does he? I think you got to do what they did against the Rams is blow the top off on the first play, or blow it up so that the defense keeps guessing. It'll be an interesting game, but to flip it over on the other side, sorry, I'm taking a while.
No,
but
you're good.
The Patriots are still, dude. They're a solid team. We're talking about 2-14-3 teams, right? They're a reason they're in the Super Bowl. As much as yes, Cam, I agree. They had a very cupcake ass year. They had a cupcake run to the Super Bowl, but as anyone will say, you played the cards that was handed to you, right? You played the hand that's dealt to you, and they did a really good job of doing that.
They
so
did, yeah.
I just think it's very, very. Mike Vrabel is going to coach the hell out of his team, right? He's been here before as a player. He knows what to expect. It's just more of how does he keep. And Josh McDaniels, we just talked about this earlier. He's a 6-time freaking Super Bowl winner, right? He knows how to calm Drake May's nerves down, or he'll know how to. So it'll be interesting to see what he does.
And not only that, like there are a couple of big names that there's a big name that's. I mean, if you want to talk about like the nickel corner position, you have Marcus Jones on who will possibly go up against Cooper Kupp, and Marcus Jones has done pretty well, but against a bigger size, I'm willing to see. I'm interested to see if they're going to move in either Greg Woodson or Jalen Hawkins over Cooper Kupp, like just to provide some stuff for Marcus Jones because he may be a bit undersized, but. One thing I'll look up is that Patriots front four. One name that I'm very, very familiar with, my man from Philly, Milton Williams. Milton Williams, 3.5 tackles, sacks so far this year. I think with like Harold, and also Christian Ellis, who was once an Eagles practice squad linebacker, now being a freaking starter on the Pats. I'm like, God damn. Which is I'm happy for Christian Ellis, but and also Clay Levon Chason, who was part of that. Oh,
sorry, don't mean to interrupt you. 2 awards just got announced. Protector of the year was Joe Tooney from the Bears, and comeback player of the year is of course Christian McCaffrey.
CMC.
There you go. There you go.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. And also like. I think like when they've revamped that defensive line, like especially the front four, Christian, like if you go down the line, Christian Barmore, Kyrus Tonga, Milton Williams, Harold Landry, Robert Spillane, Christian Ellis, and Calevon Chason. That's like a lot of liberty that Mike Vrabel can use for like if he wants to bring up like any like blitzing package. Christian Ellis has done pretty damn good as a coverage linebacker, while you have like Errol Landry playing who can like match in as another side rusher as well. And also Elijah Ponder, the guy who forced Jarrett Stidham into the biggest what the fuck kind of play was award in that conference championship. Like throw the ball, you dumbass. Yeah. Instead of like but I think like the depth of this I think like other than like having like a little bit like Josh Farmer, Eric Gregory, Jacqueline Roy, Isaiah Titan on IR, and Harold Landry and Robert Spillane being questionable, I think this Patriots defense can still get the quarterback. And I think and the only way for the Seahawks, I think, to win this game, they have to run the ball. They have to find a way to run the ball with Kenneth Walker and ease a lot of pressure from Sam Darnold. That's step number one. And then step number two, quick passing game. Do it through JSN. Do it through Jake Bobo. You have to spread the wealth. And Darnold, so far, the past couple of games and during the playoff run, he's been able to take care of the ball. He's not committed a turnover. You saw what he did against the Rams. Like, yeah, it's the Rams, but he threw it out of bounds. He ran when he needed to, slid down and went out of bounds. He took a sack. He didn't overcommit to anything. He just played his natural game as a pocket passer. And I think those are things. And also, hold on, what are the 3 things that we discussed about that can cost offensive battles.
Sacks, penalties, turnovers.
There you go.
If the Seahawks can fix those, if the Seahawks can win in those three categories, I think they have a good chance. And the defense just holds them off to a couple of plays, but you'll talk about that later. But I think the Seahawks will win this game. I think their offensive firepower will be a little bit too much for the Patriots to handle. And the Seahawks defense can do well enough, even with some couple of updates. Nick Emenwari sprained his ankle during practice, but he should be able to play. So, I mean, if I'm going to look at the depth right now, if I can pull it up on my phone.
While you talk about that, you just mentioned a big stat, which was penalties, right? We're talking what do Super Bowl teams do? They don't during the season, they don't get penalized, right? They're very, very disciplined.
Mhm.
Based on penalty yardage of this year, the New England Patriots rank 16 out of 32. And which means what? That they're the 16th least penalized team, I guess if you want to call it that way. Or 16th most penalized team, if you want to say that. And then the Seattle Seahawks, number 24. So they do a really good job of being smart. Their defense, while playing aggressive, does not do the unnecessary pass interferences unless you're, what's his name? I forget what his name is. The moron on that.
Rick Woolen.
Tariq Woolen. Like, I don't know why you had to do that. I understand the hype of the game, but like, you gotta do that. You can't do that in the game. I mean, look at that. The Rams, they were the least penalized team in the entire league. Great. The Niners, the Lions, the Bucks. These are all playoff teams. So I just wanted to throw that stat out because you talked about penalties, and that's a big part of the game.
Oh yeah, and speaking of which, like if Emenwari is unable to start, like at least keep him for a couple of snaps. I think their safeties in Kobe Bryant and Julian Love are okay, but Nick Emenwari can also play the nickels, so that's a bit of an issue if they decide to line up Demary Douglas or Keyshawn Boot, or hell, even Stephon Diggs. And Mac Hollins, who was part of that Eagles Super Bowl winning roster back in the day. And don't forget Hank Lawrence on that defense, which is I'm shocked. I am shocked that he's made such a huge ass impact.
I think he's in a good system. That's why, right? It's not like he's single-handedly contributing, but sorry, go ahead. You were gonna say something.
Me, I am being a Cowboys fan, seeing him for 10 years that he was on the team. He had his moments, dude. He had I think what do they say? New change is good, right? He made a strong comment. He left the Cowboys saying that Dallas is always my home, but the Seahawks are closer to winning a Super Bowl than the Cowboys are, and he fucking was right. He called it. I mean, he was 100% right. We thought it was a joke. We clowned the shit out of him. We said Sam Darnold's your quarterback. Like, what are you talking about? But he was right, and I think what it is that it also probably he had to live up to it. One, the scheme is better fit for him, and I just think also think the how do you say, the expectations were lower, so he's obviously exceeded it. I think you could look at it either way, but the distractions that the Cowboys bring versus what the Seahawks have is significantly less. But he's had a great season. He's a fucking Pro Bowler, man. I mean, he deserved it. He played a great season. And honestly, I really hope he wins it so he can shove it to Jerry saying, like, I told you.
Told you,
like, he called it.
And not only that, like you can't just not just focus on Tank Lawrence, but also look at the backup in Boye Mafe. And also check out the interior. Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy. This is Byron Murphy's Jr.'s second year. I looked this up. Right now, in his 2025 regular season, 22 solo tackles, 7 sacks. If he's able to get that inside pressure against like Garrett Bradbury, I think it's game set, and I think like I still think they're like the number one ranked offense, like the number one ranked defense, even though they gave up like 479 yards, which is why I'm very interested to see if they're going to use the Patriots are going to be using a lot more Ramondre Stevenson, or do they take the risk and say, oh no, screw it, we're going to go with Travion Henderson a little bit more for the home run balls, or you just use him late in the game for your run attack. And then, oh yeah, don't forget Derek Hall, Ernest Jones, the guy who said, no, that's our fucking QB. We're going to back him up. And Ernest Jones making us eat our mouths. I'm happy about that. And Uchenna Nwosu. I hope I'm pronouncing that. Uchenna Nwosu, West Side linebacker. I mean, this is a Seahawks defense, like not a lot of big names except for like Tank Lawrence. And of course, the Spoon Man, Devin Witherspoon. I call him the Spoon Man because it reminds me of a good old Seattle band, Soundgarden's, one of their best singles. Listen to it. Spoon Man, come together with your hands, save me. It's a good song, bro. Rest in peace.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
And of course, Kobe Bryant, COBY, Julian Love, and Josh Jobe. Josh Jobe, former Eagles UDFA, balling out, man. Just seeing all that, but it's like,
why y'all gotta kick us while we down? Come on, Toronto, jerk offs. I hate you. Sorry, I'm watching Yankees highlights right now.
Yeah, but I think like this is a very, very talented Eagle. This is a very, very talented Seahawks defense, and Mike McDonald, second year as a head coach. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And plus, Clint Kubiak, he's going to empty out the entire playbook because knowing for sure he's going to leave for the Raiders job.
Yep.
I hope he empties out the tank because he's not getting to the Super Bowl anytime soon with the Raiders. So hopefully he. But I also wanted to say one thing. We were talking about Tank Lawrence. Tank Lawrence versus Will Campbell will be a very, very interesting thing.
Oh,
the way edge rushers have been beating the shit out of Will Campbell. Tank Lawrence, you're up. You want to you want to prove your point? It's time. This is your choice. This is your chance now. So.
And this is surprising because Will Campbell was touted as one of the best tackles in the draft, who was supposed to fix that side of the offensive line for the Patriots. And somewhat he has, but I think it's more of a surprise as to see how successful Drake May himself is in this system that McDaniels has created, because there's a stat where he's the second most explosive player this season in terms of when he's facing pressure, and second most when he's not facing pressure. So there's literally not a single thing that you can do to prevent Drake May from at least having some sort of explosive place. And despite the fact that the Seahawks have a top 5 defense in terms of pressure rate, while having the second lowest blitz percentage as well, indicating that like most of their pressure comes from their front 4, sometimes front 5, it's going to be very difficult to see if that Seahawks secondary can win the matchups against the Patriots wide receivers. If the wide receivers can create enough space to actually provide some sort of open lanes for open windows for Drake May. We know Drake May is very accurate under pressure as well, but it's still going to be interesting to see if the Patriots wide receivers, and I think that's the matchup that is going to make or break this game, because it turns out both of these teams are not that good at running the football, and both of these teams have good run defenses. Seahawks, I think, is the second best run defense in the league, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. No, they're the best. They have the lowest yards per attempt allowed in the league, and the Patriots are 13th. So both of them have really good run defenses, and both offenses don't really run the football that effectively versus their pass game. So I think the matchup that's going to be very indicative of who wins is going to be the team's wide receivers versus the opposing team's DBs in this case. And I think in this case, Seahawks have the edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the coach of the year was just announced,
Mm,
and it is the AFC champions head coach Mike Vrabel.
there we go. There we go.
Not bad. Not bad. I look
Well
forward to it.
deserved. Well deserved.
Yep.
As we said earlier, Mike Vrabel took a 4-win Patriots team to 14 wins in his first season and is in the Super Bowl. This is his second time he's won the award. First time was with the
Damn.
Titans.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. The oh my God, who's the quarterback that was for the Titans?
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, Ryan
Ryan
Tannehill. Ryan
Tannehill.
Tannehill, Derrick Henry.
They were the number 1 seed with Tannehill and AJ Brown. That was AJ Brown's last year in Tennessee before he got shipped out in the middle of the night.
I wonder what
Philly.
I wonder what happened to Tannehill. We haven't heard that guy in a while.
Yeah,
I think he's out of the league, right? I don't think he's.
yeah.
I
don't
think
think
he
he's
is.
taken-
No, I think like Tannehill like retired from what I said. But one interesting thing I noticed about the Seahawks, I was looking up like some DVOA. Apparently, so I think I was looking at this. So when you're comparing the Seahawks to the Pats, their DVOA, they're apparently ranked number 1, 44.9% compared to the Patriots in 7th, which is 16.5%. When the Seahawks are on offense, they're 8th. Defense for the Patriots is 12th, which is like, I could see a little bit of that consistency because like Darnold has all those weapons. Zach Charbonnet, when he was healthy, that run game was effective. And then Kenneth Walker, fantasy owners are so pissed about that. But now that Charbonnet is like, unfortunately, hope he gets well from the ACL surgery, we might see a lot more snaps of the run game. And the Seahawks defense, they're the number 1 DVOA compared to the Patriots. They're the 5th DVOA in offense. So that is going to be a fun matchup. And I think and one thing I would also take a look, like if I'm the Patriots, the Patriots I think the Patriots have to dial up a little bit more blitzes because in the postseason, like if you look at the regular season, they have blitzed 27.4% of the time. But when it came to the postseason, they blitzed up to 41.4%. That is a healthy strategy because Darnold has a negative 1% passing DVOA when blitzed, which is ranked 23rd. Even last week when against the Rams, Darnold was 4 for 7 for 47 yards and a touchdown with 2 sacks on 9 Rams blitzes. And you have to look at Spillane. Maybe you bring in a safety blitz like in Jalen Hawkins and go slot. And how the Patriots did against the Broncos, they brought in a slot corner blitz with Marcus Jones. And I think you have to, and again, for the Seahawks, you got to go with a quick game. That's what it is. And I thought that was a very interesting stat. You could check that out at FTN Fantasy. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys on that, but I found this like very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who can pressure the quarterback. I think we saw with Houston when the Houston Texans played the Patriots, the way the defense played, the way they pressured Drake May. I mean, Drake May was begging to lose that game. The problem was he's playing against I would be censored for the words I have towards CJ Stroud, the way he played that game.
Dog shit.
No, it's worse than that. But that's how he played. Played awful. He had a chance to win the game, and he was handed in a silver platter, and he couldn't do it. But I think the part with Drake May though is like for a second-year quarterback, he's got like huge. He's got like a we say it for fun, but he's got huge balls, dude. He is willing to stand in that pocket, take a hit, and throw the ball. And the biggest part he does is he runs for the first down, right? We saw that versus the Patriots or versus the Broncos when he ran that final drive for the game sealing first down, or even in the game versus the Chargers, the way he was running down the field. I think he using his leg is going to be key, right? For them to calm the pass rush down a little bit, and I think it'll be a fun game. I don't think we're going to be. I think we're going to start. My prediction is that we're going to start off the game slow, right? We might get a big play from either Keyshawn Butte or what's his name, Rashid Shaheed.
Or Keyshawn Butte.
I think we're going to get. I think we're going to get a big play from either one of these specific players.
Yeah, or even Marcus Jones.
Then,
he's a good special teamers too.
Marcus Jones as well. I mean, Rashid Shaheed, if he pops off for a punt return, I think there's going to be a shift in the game in the third quarter, like we've seen with every Seahawks game, right? The way that the Seahawks turn it on, and we've even seen with the Patriots. I mean, kind of not really in the playoffs, but like in the regular season, we've seen it in their games that they turn it on towards the end. And Drake May finds a way to finish it, but it'll be interesting. I think it'll be a good game. I'm really hoping the Seahawks. I mean, for me personally, I don't have a rooting interest in this game because I don't give a shit about either teams, right?
Fair enough.
But personally, for me, I think a very, very, very cool story is Sam Darnold. From the way he, whatever shit that he had to go through in the Jets, right? And then he basically was touted as probably the biggest draft bust. And now he's the first player in that entire draft class that includes Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and our GOAT, Josh Rosen. Like, he is in the Super Bowl and he has a chance to win it. So I find that crazy, and I really hope he wins it because he deserves it.
He does.
He put the time. He put the time. He went through it. I mean, dude, he was on the Jets, man. Like, come on. I think you deserve some.
Jets, Panthers, Niners,
Vikings.
The Panthers and Niners. He was a what do you call it? A backup, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah, he was a journeyman.
Niners, and I think that's that change he made. And I mean, today we're seeing all these reports from Vikings players that said, "I wish we kept Sam Darnold."
Oh yeah,
right? Like, what a slap in the face that is. I mean, question:
what?
If you were sorry, I don't mean to go sidetrack off the Super Bowl topic.
Go ahead.
But if you're JJ McCarthy, how do you feel? Like, Justin Jefferson said, "I wish we kept Sam Darnold." Aaron Jones just came out today, said, "We should have found a better way to keep Sam Darnold." Your GM probably got fired because of the way Sam Darnold is now in the Super Bowl, right? You just let him walk for free. Yeah. I mean, KOC, it's coming out saying that he wanted Sam Darnold, but the GM said no, we're going with McCarthy. I mean, how do you think JJ McCarthy feels in all this?
I mean, he has to feel like shit because he has played like shit, but also he's had a lot of injuries to go through, you know. He's also very young. I think he's still 22 or 23.
He's 22.
If I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
he's 22.
Yeah, he's 22. So he's still so, you know, underdeveloped when it comes to a fully fledged quarterback, and I think this is his time to prove it to everyone else and say, like, hey, you know, this is my time to shine. Nobody believes in me. Fuck that. I need to take this in stride.
Take this personally.
Yeah, you have to take it personally. You have to take it personally and say, like, okay, I'm gonna prove y'all motherfuckers wrong. You know, that's the mentality you need to have. Win.
What does that say? Shit.
NFL memes delivering it.
I can't read that. What does it say?
That was a meme.
Could you read it out?
Shouldn't have comeback player of the year goes to JJ.
I mean, I feel bad for him because, and I think this is the problem with the league. I think what we're seeing with JJ McCarthy, I'm not saying he's this elite QB, but QBs need to be developed, man. I mean, we're in this in this realm in the league where if your QB doesn't turn and he's a first round talent or even a second round talent, if he is not producing in his first year, he's a bust. He sucks. Like, dude, like, chill. Like, not everyone is Joe Burrow. Not everyone is like, even Josh Allen was shit in that first year. Like, he wasn't good. Like, it made Brian Dable come in to change the way Josh Allen played. Lamar Jackson, I think he was decent his first year, and then obviously he popped off into his MVP year. Jalen
took him,
Hurts was kind of mid.
It took
I
him
mean,
like 2 years to develop for Lamar.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think the problem is that this league today and teams are so impatient with these first round talents that they expect them to pop off from day one. And also a factor is the Vikings offensive line is garbage. Like
I understand,
no one
yeah.
could protect him. That's why he was always hurt. Your running back is probably the oldest running back. Why are you touting the ball with Aaron Jones? Like you should be building young, and the defense is awful. The Vikings, I think, have more problems than JJ McCarthy. But the thing is that JJ McCarthy also doesn't help it, right? Like he's just been playing really bad. And when you have a player like Justin Jefferson, I don't get how you're missing him. I don't get how you're overthrowing it. I don't know how you're just not blindly throwing it to him. But you
Yeah.
know, it is what it is. He will learn. I for his sake, I hope he takes a big step next year. Because I think patience in Minnesota is going to wear very thin for 9. So I hope for his own good,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, save. What are you talking about? Sorry.
wait. Okay.
Sorry.
No, but
And sorry to interrupt. We got the coaching of the year votings. It was a very close one. Ben Johnson had 1 vote.
Oh
Kyle
my
Shanahan
God.
had 6 votes.
wow.
Mike McDonald had 8. Liam Cohen had 16, and Mike Vrabel had 19. A very close race.
I actually and I think like Varun's going to come in a few minutes, but I actually have some NFL meme awards winners. Would you like for me to read them out at the meantime?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The least valuable player of the year goes to CJ Stroud.
Much deserved.
Oh God. Defensive player of the year, Geno Smith.
True, for all the picks he threw.
Offensive player of the year goes to Trayvon Diggs.
Oh no.
New England Patriots win schedule of the year. Josh Allen. Oh God.
Yes.
Josh Allen wins choker of the year. Oh God.
Fuck you. That's not true.
Justin Tucker, most valuable predator MVP.
I thought that
God
good.
damn.
I thought that good to Deshaun Watson again. Nope.
Okay, and then oh God, Walter Payton Man of the Year goes to Mark Sanchez.
Oh, didn't he stab someone?
Oh, and hypothetical player of the year goes to Justin Herbert.
What did Herbert do?
He's hypothetical, man. He's always the if man.
Yeah.
Like if he got the talent, but he can't do shit. Oh, and the CTE award goes to Cam Scatterbo because he already got it.
Hey.
That's
He
not
may
cool.
He may have CTE, but he knows how to have fun. He knows how to have
Tyler Loop wins kicker of the year.
fun. Oh no.
Oh
no.
Justin Fields wins least improved player. And then Protector of the Year award goes to the Chargers offensive line.
Oh no.
And least valuable team position goes to the San Francisco 49ers Dr. Tim McAdams regarding the electrotherapy and electromagnetic therapy and all that. Did you read about that stuff?
I did not know.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
That is crazy.
Raheem Morris
I wonder
wins
what's going to happen.
Raheem Morris wins Coach of the Year. Dan Campbell wins Degenerate Coach of the Year.
Oh no.
Max Brosner wins Performance of the Year with 4 INTs in Week 13 against the Seahawks.
Oh no.
Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah of the Vikings, who was then general manager, he wins General Manager of the Year award. Woody Johnson wins Owner of the Year for being the owner of the Giants. Oh, and Moment of the Year goes to Dak Prescott and Jalen Carter for the spinoff. Abhishek, we won something.
We finally won something, man.
I thought I thought they have an assist. I thought they had the award for assistant coach of the year, which just should have gone to Kevin Patullo for
No, no.
bullshit have you gone through. It's stupid as hell, man. But
It is stupid. It's stupid, but you know, it happens.
yeah. But yeah, shortly, Varun should be joining in. He said that he'll be back. He'll be in a few minutes. So, just a bit of a heads up. But like, any interesting matchups that you want to see, like personnel versus personnel wise, like who's your player versus player matchup that you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to JSN versus Christian Gonzalez, man. I think that's the most. I think that's the most exciting matchup in this entire game. These are two of the best receivers.
Fuck.
Most likely, one of them is going to be
house?
offensive player of the year in JSN,
Mhm.
versus one of the best DBs in the league. Honestly, so it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, this is, I want to say, Christian Gonzalez's first actual solid receiver he's played this playoff run. Just going back, I mean, I don't even count Cortland Sutton as a wide receiver one. And then, I mean, who else is he? Lad McConkey or whoever. So, I mean, this will be a really tough matchup for him. But I know he's a baller, man. It's going to be a really, really fun game. And I honestly want to see what kind of balls Sam Darnold has to throw it when when it's one-on-one. Who does he trust? And I think it'll be very interesting to see. Also, sorry, I want to say one more matchup is not on the field, but on the sideline. Clint Kubiak versus that defensive coordinator for the Patriots. I think that'll be very exciting to watch, to see what Clint Kubiak is going to do. The way he's going to line up. I forgot what his name is.
Patriots DC is Terrell Williams. He was a former defensive.
No, but they have a different play caller, because Terrell Williams, I know, is
he had cancer,
fighting cancer or something like that.
Yeah. So it's actually
forgot what his
Zach
name
Kerr who was
Zach Kerr, yes.
Yeah.
I think that'll be very interesting to see. What can Clint Kubiak scheme JSN to win these matchups? Can he open up the game? We saw the way Kenneth Walker ran the ball. I think there are a lot of fun matchups in this game, but I want to stick with Christian Gonzalez and JSN.
Mm-hmm. I think like not only is it going to be Christian Gonzalez versus I was thinking that to be like my number one matchup. I also have I think it's going to be Josh McDaniels versus the current DC of the Seahawks, because let me look that up. Seahawks DC, Aiden Durd, who's the first British-born coordinator in NFL history. Fun fact.
But isn't play caller Mike McDonald though?
Mike McDonald is the play. Technically, would be the play caller, but he But I think like this. I mean, like even though like Mike McDonald like is like the brains behind that defense, I think like Aiden Bowe, like I think they have to find a way how to get past Drake May, because not only do you have to look into Drake May's like quick passing game, he can run, he can scramble, and I think this and one DVOA thing that I noted before, like I closed it off, was like if the Seahawks go single high safety, Drake May is going to feast, because he's actually been pretty successful in the past about that. And I would say, do you go to a traditional cover 2, or do you go with a excuse me, or I think like do you go cover 2? Do you go or do you try and bring in like a two and try bringing like a corner blitz and have like your safeties, like, or you just go cover 0 if you need to? But I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I think there, like I said, there's a lot of fun matchups on this in this game. You got individual matchups, you got coaching matchups, you've got um, what do you call it? Like any like off Sam Darnold versus the entire Patriots defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drake, Trank Lawrence versus Will Campbell,
Yeah.
Leonard Williams. Are they gonna? What if they line up Leonard Williams on that side? Like,
Oh yeah,
that'll
and do
be
the
interesting to
Seahawks
see.
true? And do the
Um,
Seahawks stack the box? And we have a Patriots. We finally have a Pat with us, Mr. Varun Madali. How you
Oh,
been?
God, I'm not gonna hear the end of this shit.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, everyone.
mate,
Hey, what's up, Cam?
Fuck y'all.
Adan, get the clips ready.
Oh, we're
Clip this.
back. We're so back.
Thank God I got Yankee Stadium in my background. I'm thinking about baseball right now.
and burn that down too.
Hey, that was shit too.
I ain't no Boston fan, but I know the Yankees ass too, so I would burn that down.
Oh, you don't? Oh, do you watch baseball, Varun?
No.
Oh,
Damn.
Ah.
God damn it.
it's fine. But Varun, so enlighten us and how you feeling about your Pats in the Super Bowl now, and what do you think? Oh, breaking the
Sorry.
down news.
Anna, this is a friendly one for you. The NFL Moment of the Year award goes to DJ Moore's touchdown versus the Packers.
Are you kidding me?
Why?
Was that
There
the
were
over?
so many other.
I think they had multiple moments of the years. I think it was that play, and then it was, I believe, if I'm correct, shit, there were a lot of good moments. Oh, Jameis Winston's touchdown run that he did, where he caught it versus the Lions and ran it in. The blocked
That
field
should
goal
have
for the
been it.
Eagles was a moment of the year. And then I
Oh,
believe,
God.
obviously, and then obviously the catch versus the Packers.
Oh
Was
yeah,
it? Was it the overtime touchdown?
Yes, the overtime. Of course, the overtime touchdown, man. Come on.
oh yeah,
You think any other touchdown?
yeah,
And
the art-
Buda Baker wins the Art Rooney Award winner for sportsmanship.
That was
Not
the
bad.
one. Yeah.
Not bad.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Varun.
Oh yeah, you're fine. But actually,
yeah,
a little
so
bit
my
more break.
takeaway
No,
for the game.
yeah. No, quick moment. According to Jeremy Fowler, former Chargers OC Greg Roman is expected to join the Giants in a to be determined role.
Oh my God. Giants are
Okay,
scary.
but Varun, tell us how you're feeling, man, about the Pats.
Okay. So after the championship games, obviously, I watched the game with my eyes. It looked like the Seahawks were probably going to win, right? But as I'm a fan, so as we got closer, you started looking at the matchups. I think it's going to be a very close game. Obviously, I'm never going to pick against the Pats. But if you look at it matchup wise, right? The Seahawks, you can't let the Seahawks defense wreck the game, because if you look on the other side, the Seahawks offense is good, but it's not their strength. It's still a pretty vanilla offense for the most part. You got to slow down Kenneth Walker, and ever since Milton Williams came back, the Patriots have been the best defense against the run. And JSN is on a really hot streak, so you got to hope Christian Gonzalez can slow him down. You put Carlton Davis on Cooper Kupp, and you just kind of hope your guys can win, because that's why the Patriots invested in Carlton Davis that much, because they already knew they had a corner who can shut down most receivers in the league. So you just need Carlton Davis to hold up his weight. So it's pretty much you just hope that Gonzalez can slow down JSN, and you hope the interior defensive line of the Patriots, they can control the Seahawks run game and kind of make Sam Darnold have to beat you with throwing the ball. And obviously Sam Darnold, he had a great game against the Rams, but if you look at their offense, that is how you want them to play in order to have the best chance as a defense. You want to have Sam Darnold take it over. Hopefully the Patriots can make him see ghosts again, but we'll see. And then on the other side, you just can't let the Seahawks wreck the game. The Patriots offensive line, they did do well against Denver. I was actually nervous about that matchup. But Will Campbell, aside from one bad play against Bonito, he did hold up against Bonito pretty well. But which was promising, because the first two playoff games, the offensive line was getting wrecked. But now it's looking to get into form. So you can't let the Seahawks defense take the game over. You gotta hope Diggs can generate enough separation. You will need some big Kayshon Boutte plays, and hopefully you can run the ball. Running the ball has been kind of on and off throughout the year, and you need Ramondre Stevens to make sure he doesn't fumble. You need maybe a big Travion Henderson play. But I think if you look at all the matchups, obviously the Seahawks are still favored, but I think it's going to be 3 points or less either way.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt this, but the Football Hall of Fame class of 2026 was officially announced. Starting off with former Cardinals wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, 1,432 receptions, 17,492 receiving yards, both second all-time to Jerry Rice. Former Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly, 5-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowl, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. The most all-time leader in career points, former Patriots and Colts kicker Adam Vinatieri, is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Former 49ers running back Roger Craig was selected in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in the senior category. That's the one that Bill Belichick should have made, or Robert Kraft. And to cap it off, I think this was a no-brainer, but former Saints and Chargers quarterback Drew Brees was elected to the Hall of Fame on his first year of eligibility. 80,000 yards passing and 571 passing touchdowns.
Nice
job, Drew.
Well, we need Varun's take on Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Dude, if Bill Belichick's not a Hall of Famer, I don't know who is.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
If he's not making, there's no other coach that should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't even know, man. I don't know.
I made that comment earlier. I said something where, we got a bunch of really, really good coaches coming up with Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin. Who else did I name? Like Sean Payton,
John Harbaugh. Yeah.
If those 4 or 5 guys are what we know as first ballot Hall of Famers, but Bill Belichick isn't, what the hell are they going to do with them, right? Like, you can't put them first ballot. And I think I'm really scared to see what they do with Tom Brady, man. I don't know. It now makes you question everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was also hearing that they should separate these categories into coaches, front office, and players. You should have a Hall of Fame for players only, Hall of Fame for coaches only, the Hall of Fame for front office staff, right? Whether that's a GM or assistant GM who's, single-handedly changed the way that NFL contracts are worked, someone like that, that would be the most efficient process. Is the NFL actually going to do this? Probably not. They still can't figure out how to call a fucking catch. After 100 years of defining what a catch is, they still can't define it properly.
They won't. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, it's just a sucky system that we're going to have to live with. But yeah. So let's get started, shall we? Let's break down. So we've got Varun's initial thoughts. Now we're going to break down in terms of fans. We have 5 people, so we need 1 referee. I can be the referee.
Okay. How about I can be the referee on this one because I'm salty as hell about this, but
you can't. If you're salty, wait, why are you salty?
No. Because I want to say until we reach Super Bowl 60, we are still the Super Bowl champions, damn it. I will be referee on this one. I'll be referee on this one. Because I think
all I want to say, that's just a title, buddy. Y'all's team was ass all year long.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Biggest piece of ass I've ever seen.
How the hell did you guys win the division? Oh, probably because the other 3 teams in your division are also ass.
Well, no, it's because they got on a 8-1 start and then lost a 21-point lead versus us and decided to forget to play football.
That's true.
Yeah. So I'll be the honorary referee on this one.
That means you have to.
Okay.
That means you have to. That means you actually have to know what a catch is. Broncos. Bastard.
I think
That was not a catch, man. Come on, that was not a catch.
Oh my
You
God,
know
not
what?
you,
We
this
should
one.
have after the Super Bowl. I am actually want to make a decision with this. I request. I call in for after this year. We have the Masala Awards ceremony, the NFL Masala Awards ceremony after the Super Bowl for the biggest moments that have happened and all that. All in favor?
That'd be fun.
Okay, we'll make up something with this. But anywho, y'all too. So we have Varun and you know what, Cameron, you're joining with Varun
Son of a bitch.
No.
because it's I'm saying it because I see 2 AFC and 2 NFC, and I want to keep it interesting. So
Cool.
Varun and Cam, you are with the Patriots. Anand and Abhishek, you're the Seahawks.
Oh my
Alrighty.
May the
God.
best analyst team
Hey,
win.
Cam,
I want
this is the,
Not gonna hear the
closest the
fucking
Bills
end of
will-
it.
this is the closest the Bills will get to the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, fuck you, Fuck you.
Bro, you guys are teammates. Stop roasting each other.
They-
Wait,
Or
you
just
know-
stop roasting
Okay,
Okay,
him.
okay,
I just need a word.
He's
I
got
just-
nothing else to say to you. They
Alright,
suck. The Bills choked.
Chill. Okay. Do you want me to mix it up, or do I just want to
We
leave it
can
like
call the episode.
Please, I'm getting clowned on right now.
I'm done. I just need a one. I just joined, I just need a one, Cam.
The
Fair enough.
salute to service award goes to Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
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 good stuff?
Nice.
Okay, you know what? Okay, let's just keep it as it is because why the hell not? This is fun. Abhishek and Anand, you're for the Seahawks. Cam, you're helping Varun on why the Patriots will win this game. Let's have some fun with it, y'all. So begin.
Alrighty.
I wish I could drink right now, but I'm not because my doctor advised me not to.
Okay. Okay, so with this, okay, so Cam and Varun, get you guys start off. Why do you think the Patriots are going to win this game? And what do you think the Patriots are going to win this game?
Why do you think, Cam?
Shut the fuck up. I saw a Russell Wilson jersey the other day. I should have gotten that and put it on. That's fine.
I'm
Okay,
sorry. No,
let me-
you have to, Cam.
No,
You got to help your AFC buddy out, man.
I wish I
Take-
wasn't. But okay. I
So
guess
we just give reasons why we think the Pats would win.
Yeah, you just let us know why do you think the Pats are going to win this game?
I think Drake's due for a good game. This is probably weather-wise, this is the best conditions he's gonna play in. Will Campbell, another 2 weeks out because he's been struggling after his injury, so another 2 weeks for prep. The O-line is healthy going in. The weather's supposed to be good, so I think Drake's due for his best playoff game. Even if it's not, the Seahawks defense is really good, obviously. So I don't expect him to light it up, but I think he's due for his best playoff game at least.
Oh, we got fan of the year.
The NFL fan of the year goes to Eagles fan Ed Callahan.
Who?
Ed Callahan.
Some old guy.
No, I would have given it to the
Okay.
Lions guy.
Yeah, that
Oh.
Lions guy who got DK to punch him.
Did you
man.
see
You gotta give it to him,
$100
bro.
million from DK?
Yeah, bro.
I
Dude,
saw that.
he's cooking, man. They should have given it to him.
I would
I
have given it to
know.
I would have given it to Grossi again, but still, he wasn't nominated.
I'm like,
so.
who is that guy? Ed Callahan. I'm like, okay, go Birds. But yeah. Anyway, you say
Only
that
awards
Drake
you guys
May,
are
Will
winning.
Campbell, he's coming back. He's due for a good game. What else?
What else? Cam? What's your reason?
Cam, why do you think the Patriots are gonna win? Give me one good point.
I mean,
One good point.
they got a solid offense. There you go. That's all I'm saying.
What about that defense?
Defense is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the defense.
Really?
Okay, I can do that too then. Well, since Milton Williams has come back, him and Barmore, they've generated really high pressure rates every single game, and throughout the playoffs, they've let the opponent score 7 points per game. So the defense is on a really hot streak, and that should be a strength for them in this game too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sure.
Okay, I think these are like really good points. Anand, until like Abhishek comes back, Anand, why do you think the Seahawks are going to win this game?
All right. I think it has to do with the fact that Mike. I had some technical issues, but Mike McDonald is going to have to find some way to keep Drake May in check, and I think he's going to find that way. He's a smart defensive coordinator. He has an elite defense without that many elite personnel. Like, how many Seahawks players can you name that are, top 15 in their position? Not really many people. So it's not like he has Bobby Wagner and the Legion of Boom, right? He doesn't. He has good players, but he's used them effectively to create a scheme that maximizes their talent. And I think he's going to figure out a way to first shut down whatever run game the Patriots can come up with. Keep Travion Henderson in check, force Drake May to pass. And in that scenario, they're going to have to force the Patriots wide receivers to get open, which I think is going to be an advantage for the Seahawks DBs because you have really good man coverage DBs who are also good in press man coverage. So in that scenario, I think the Seahawks defense can keep the Patriots offense in check just enough for Sam Darnold to make enough plays in the game to eventually win. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be a medium scoring game because of the Seahawks defense.
And Abhishek.
I personally, I think the last comment that Varun made stuck out to me. What did he say? I think he are along the lines of the defense, Milton Williams and Barmore, right? If I'm correct, that's his name.
Yeah.
They created pressure, and the defense is only allowed an average of 7 points this entire postseason, right? I think, and again, this goes back. We can have this conversation whether weak schedule, whatever BS we want to talk about, right? The defense, I give due credit to the Patriots. The Patriots defense was amazing. They've been playing their tails off. I also think that you guys have also played subpar offensive line talent, in my opinion. We can have this conversation if we want to. I think the Seahawks offensive line is better than the Broncos offensive line and the Chargers offensive line. So it will be, I'm not saying Milton Williams is just going to be completely negated and it's going to be like he never existed on this team, but I think it's going to be a lot more tougher for him to apply pressure on Sam Darnold than what he did to Jarrett Stidham and definitely Justin Herbert. And obviously, I know he wrecked the game versus the Texans. Plus, you played in a blind CJ Stroud, so let's not start there. But overall, I think it's going to be the onus is going to be on the Seahawks defense, in my opinion. I think the defense for the Seahawks is the best. Obviously, we've talked about it. The number one rush defense, allowing around 3.7 yards per carry, stopping Stevenson. Whether you do Stevenson first or whether they run Stevenson or they run Travion Henderson, I think calming them down and containing them is going to be key. Because, and Varun, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't watch a lot of Patriots games unless it's like on national TV. I don't really like watch them that much. But has there ever been a game that the Patriots have played this year where the run game was completely shut off, that it was Drake May, put it on your back and throw the ball and win us the game? Has there been a moment like that?
The one I can think of is against Baltimore. It was Drake. It
Against
was Sunday
Baltimore.
night one. Yeah, he had like
Yeah.
380 yards for that one.
Yeah. So I think that was his first 300-yard game
Yeah,
his
it was, yeah.
career or the year, if I'm
Career.
correct.
Career.
So I mean, we're talking 1 out of 19 games that he's played this year, right? That he has put it on his back and thrown the ball and said, "All right, guys, get on my shoulders. We're gonna win this game." Yes, I know he's a second-year QB, but I'm very interested to see. And I mentioned this earlier. JSN versus Christian Gonzalez is going to be the best matchup that we're probably going to see with the corner and receiver. I think it's going to be really fun to watch. You made a good point about Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
Carlton Davis going to probably be matched up against Rashid Shaheed or Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, in my opinion, is the X factor in this entire game. Because if Cooper Kupp can somewhat give us what he did with the Rams in 20, I shouldn't say us, but I'm not a Seahawks fan, but you put me on this side. But if he gives the
hang in
Seahawks,
there, hang in there.
if he gives the Seahawks even 40% of what he did in that 2021 Super Bowl versus the Bengals, I think the Seahawks have a really good chance of winning this game. So that's my opinion about the Seahawks. I think, defense, we always hear the cliche defense wins championships, right? We saw what the Eagles did, belt to ass versus the Chiefs last year. The Seahawks, I'm not saying it's going to be belt to ass the Patriots. The Patriots are a really well-coached team. It's going to be a slow game in the beginning. Third, fourth quarter, we're going to probably see a lot of points. But I think the Seahawks defense will find a way to get that one turnover that will help, the Seahawks, stay over the top. And Sam Darnold's done a really good job containing the ball unless he's playing the Rams. And I think the Rams are an anomaly because they have a really great QB and wide receiver combination that I don't think the Patriots have. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what Abhishek said about the Seahawks' pressure rate in defense, Seahawks offensive line and the Patriots offensive line are nearly similar in terms of pressure rate allowed, but the Patriots offensive line has given up almost twice the amount of sacks that the Seahawks offensive line has. So 48 sacks versus 27 for the Seahawks on the course of the year. So no, it is my
Got you.
is
Yeah. As I say.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this, Anand's mic, a little bit technical difficulties. He is okay. He's not a droid.
He's fine. He's not smoking. He ain't smoking. He ain't smoking. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is why you don't do drugs.
Yeah,
stay at
please
school.
and thank you.
Okay.
And a big part is the Seahawks also generate a lot of pressure sending forward. And like Trank Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy. I forget who's on the other side. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. The defensive rookie of the year goes to Carson Schwessinger.
Whoa!
The Cleveland Browns.
Or Abdul Carter. Wow.
Over Abdul Carter and Imanwari.
Okay. I think he had the most tackles for a rookie linebacker as well, right? In the past couple of years.
I don't think Carter had a case, right? Like he's pretty disappointing this year.
I thought Carter for a number 3 pick wasn't that good, but I think the problem is the rookie class is kind of mid.
Yeah, I thought Imanwari. It was either Imanwari or him.
Yeah. And Carson Schwarzenegger had 67 solo tackles, tied 16th, 2.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions. So
yeah,
that's really fun. Myles Garrett and Schwarzenegger. That's a solid Browns defense. But going back to the Seahawks, I don't know if you have more to add on to why we think the Seahawks will win.
Put the eagle on it too.
I think I don't know. This is more of, I want to give props to Coach of the Year Mike Rabel as well. I think it's going to be a battle of I think coaching is going to be a very big factor in this game. And very, very, very. These are, if I'm correct, these are two of the very best special teams, right? With Marcus Jones, or Mark Jones, if I'm saying it right,
Marcus,
Marcus
yeah.
Jones.
Yeah,
Yep.
Marcus Jones.
Marcus Jones, punt returning on one side, and then obviously Rashid Shaheed on the other side. I think it'll come down to special teams and just, I think, coaching overall, who can manage the game correctly.
Yo, I actually got breaking news. This is non-football. This is non-football related. This is basketball. The Charlotte Hornets just won their 8th straight game. They just beat the Houston Rockets.
Charlotte
Rockets are
109 to
ass.
99.
Yeah, they're gonna be a dangerous playing team. Watch out.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You ain't better. They ain't better than the next one.
So the defensive rookie of the year voting, Xavier Watts had 1 vote, James Pierce Jr. had 2, Nick Emanwari had 7, and Carson Schweschinger had 40. So Abdul
Damn.
Carter did not get a single vote.
Yeah.
That's tough.
No, you guys made good points about the game, but Anant, the thing that you said stood out to me, like the Patriots receivers like generating separate. That's probably my biggest concern, because like if you look throughout the year, it's been a lot of like the run game has been up and down. Like the receivers have produced on paper, but it's been a lot of like, you know, like Drake kind of you make plays. The you can't really like depend on them to consistently get open. Diggs, he's had really good showings like in big primetime games, but there have been a lot of games before that and after that, like his Buffalo explosion, where teams just double him and nobody else is able to get consistent separation. So that's probably my biggest concern for the Seahawks, actually. Like, can the receivers generate enough to get the offense going?
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my biggest concerns for the Seahawks is, I mean, does Sam Darnold see ghosts again versus his old nemesis? I think this is the perfect storybook ending for a guy. And I'm not saying he's going to retire. I'm just saying for a journey that started off with the Jets, where he was caught on mic saying he sees ghosts, to now playing them in the Super Bowl. I feel like, but Sam Darnold's like that. He seems like that kind of guy who doesn't let it get to his head. He seems very level-headed. Clint Kubiak's done a great job. But man, I was saying this earlier, Varun. Sam Darnold, as great as he's played, he's looked like the MVP at moments. But in this playoff run, we've always waited for that other shoe to drop, right? We've always waited for that old Sam Darnold to come. And it's like, does it happen when versus that team, versus the Patriots? I hate to say it, but I think he's my biggest concern. I don't have any concerns with the defense. I have no concern. I shouldn't say any, but I trust the defense. I trust the receivers and JSN and Cooper Kupp to make a play. Nick Barner or AJ Barner, sorry. Rashid Shaheed. I just think Sam Darnold is the biggest what if, right? Like,
Yeah.
it sucks because he's been playing great, man. Like, I hate to say that. Like, I don't even trust Kenneth Walker, right? He might be held in check because the Patriots defense is really good at the run.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get pressure on Sam Darnold, I'm scared he's going to crumble. And he's still got that bruised up oblique, so it's not 100%. Yes, he's 2 weeks off playing his last game. He was pretty much untouched versus the Rams, I want to say, to a certain extent, but he's still injured. So that's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
What about you? Or what do you think?
Yeah, no. Just to piggyback off that, I'm glad you brought up the injury, because that was going to be my biggest concern as well, is Sam Darnold's injury coming into this game, because, what happens if at the end of the first half it's like a 7-6 game and Sam Darnold has 2 interceptions, because his throwing mechanism has been completely hit or miss because of that injury, and it's affecting the way that he's throwing. Does that hit his confidence? Does that change the way that the Seahawks offense plays in the second half? Does that mean that the Seahawks defense is gas? And like you said, in the third quarter, it opens up for a Patriots run, so to speak. So I think Sam Darnold is the biggest question mark for this. The other thing I do want to point out is Zach Charbonnet being on IR really means that Kenneth Walker is the only running back that they have. Technically on their roster, they have George Holani. I don't really know who that guy is.
But Kenneth Walker's playing every single snap.
Yeah.
Exactly. But in that case, does he average more than like 3 yards a carry? And if that's the case, then that puts more of an emphasis on Sam Darnold to be better, to be perfect, especially in the Super Bowl, especially against the Patriots offense that just requires one more. If they get 1 or 2 more chances, that might be the game for the Patriots, right? If we're already saying this, that the Seahawks have a better chance of winning against the Patriots, that means the Patriots have to be perfect. But that also means that they're at such a level that if the Seahawks make 2 or 3 critical mistakes, that gives the edge to the Patriots, despite the initial advantage that the Seahawks have. So I think Zach Charbonnet being out means Kenneth Walker, is the number 1 running back, and I don't think they have a good enough offensive line, nor is he a good enough running back to maintain consistent success like CMC or any of these other top 10 running backs. And the times that they've had the most success in the running game has been that 1-2 punch. Both of them getting rest, getting touches in the red zone, to take pressure away from Sam Darnold. That has been the key to their rushing game. So without having that second guy in Zach Charbonnet, I don't know how successful or if this running game is even a success. So it might be that Sam Darnold has to throw 35 times and they can only rush 12 times on the entire game. Is that going to be a victory, a recipe for success? I don't really know, because Sam Darnold, again, we're still waiting. So just that those 2 things, Sam Darnold's injury and Zach Charbonnet's injury, is going to be the biggest question mark.
And of course, Nick Emenwari, right?
Yeah.
Where is he with that ankle injury?
Yeah,
I think it's a low ankle injury, so it's a lower ankle sprain. Sorry, so it's not as bad as a high ankle sprain. I'm hoping he plays, because you never want to play a game when when one of your star players is injured, because it's always going to be a bullshit question or a bullshit asterisk on any championship game, right? So you got to hope that there is no what do you call it?
Knock on wood.
No injuries. I mean,
wood, no
do we remember 2 years ago? 2 years ago, the biggest reason why I believe the Chiefs won the Super Bowl versus the Niners, because Dre Greenlaw had to tear his Achilles when he was coming on the field, right? Because the Niners were freaking dominant up until that moment. So, hope for a good game. But yes, those injuries are tough.
So we talked about. So from what I've understood, we talked about like the importance of the run game and injuries and biggest play calling. But do you see? So for both of you guys, so for both Patriots group and the Seahawks group, what do you think is going to be the biggest coaching X factor? Like what kind of gameplay? What kind of game plan? Does each will they adapt? Like, does Mike Vrabel throw in a super big ass wrench on the defensive scheme to make Sam Darnold see ghosts, or does Clint Kubiak just empty it all out? Oh, we have an update.
Sorry, offensive player of the year is Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Wow, yeah.
Nice.
Knew
it.
JSN. Let's go.
So, which makes this even more fun to watch Christian Gonzalez versus the offensive player of the year. So,
Gonzo versus that. But yes, what I was asking about, my question is for both of you. Is what is the biggest coaching X factors? What kind of wrinkle of their standard game plan could they bring up for their team to get the edge? Anyone can start.
From a Seahawks perspective, I think it's the coaching X factor is going to be Mike Macdonald. I think coming from that the Ravens tree of coaches, they're known to create unique scenarios and play calls and schemes in critical situations. and I think Mike McDonald is like one of the best from that tree. So just seeing the way now, obviously this is without Nick Emanwari's injury, but we'll see how this affects after his injury. But seeing the way that he can utilize Nick Emanwari as like that Kyle Hamilton type of clone, that is what we really wanted to see uh, uh, in terms of Emanwari's usage. Obviously, we're going to have to check that with his injury, but I think the masterclass is going to come from Mike McDonald and figuring out ways to suffocate Drake May and not giving him any of the easy throws. Force him to make tough throws that we know that he can do. We know that he's a very accurate passer, especially under pressure. But trying to force him to make tougher throws, especially given the Patriots' wide receivers not getting that open. I would see a lot more man coverage from Mike McDonald, knowing that Patriots receivers aren't that great at beating man coverage. So not giving Drake May any easy throws. I think that's going to be the game plan, and the coaching X factor is going to be Mike McDonald. I think he's going to figure out a way.
Excellent. What about you? On the AFC side, who shall I ask to rebut? My Varun, how about you go on this one?
All right. So yeah. See, I was just looking at the Seahawks defense and all their ranks. Like, they're great everywhere. Like, this is a really good defense, really well coached. Like, there's no place you can just specifically attack every single time. But one thing I did see was Seattle was 22nd in EPA when on quarterback scrambles. So that is one thing they are susceptible to the most. Quarterbacks who run. And if you actually look throughout their schedule, the regular season, they did struggle against quarterbacks rushing the ball. Quarterbacks did have not an easy time, but they did find some success running the ball. And that's got to be something Josh McDaniels incorporates into the offense for the game. Because even last year, in his rookie year, with all the chaos that was going around, Drake, he led the league in rushing yards on uncalled running plays, meaning he didn't get a single design play. It was all from scrambling and extending plays himself, and he led the league in that stat. And this year, Josh McDaniels still didn't call many running plays or draws for him. And I think that's got to be a wrinkle you start saving in the playoffs. You did see it on that touchdown against the Broncos. So you gotta hope Drake May makes some plays with his legs, because he has shown that throughout the playoffs. He's had over 50 rushing yards in each game, and that's got to be a wrinkle they add. They have to add quarterback runs and move him outside the pocket.
I think excellent on that. Cameron, anything else that you could think on, like what kind of what kind of X factor Mike Vrabel could bring up to help the Patriots win over the Seahawks?
I honestly got nothing. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. Abhishek, anything else you want to rebut with Varun on this one? I think this is very good that I'm hearing.
I'm very. You guys talk defense. I'm going to talk offense. I'm going to say, how is Clint Kubiak gonna scheme versus what's his name? Zora, right?
Zach Kerr or someone like that.
Zach Kerr. Yeah. How is he going to scheme? How is he going to put? Is he going to put JSN in winning situations? We saw versus the Rams when JSN was lined up in the backfield. We knew immediately the ball was going to go there, and the Rams could do nothing about it. Is Clint Kubiak going to empty out the tank? Like we said earlier, this is his final game as an OC. His final game as a Seahawk, because he's going to the Raiders as a head coach. What is he going to do? I'm really interested to see, can he, and more than just X's and O's, can he calm Sam Darnold down when he needs to? Can he keep Sam Darnold poised? Because again, I'm just going to go back to the fact that Sam Darnold is the X factor in all this. Can he, maintain that level head? And can he win the game? Because turnovers, he can't turn it over. And I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what Kubiak is, because I hope this shows a particular AFC East dumbass team that they should have hired him instead of hiring their OC.
Oh yeah. Oh, Cam, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
True story.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
All right. Let's move on to the final thoughts.
Yes.
Game predictions. Just final game predictions from everyone. Where you don't have to do teams or anything. I guess Lakshak, from the referee standpoint, was this a fairly adjudicated contest?
I think as the Super Bowl 59. Oh, we have an update.
Okay.
The most valuable player of the year goes to Rams QB Matthew Stafford.
Called it. Wait,
Well deserved.
Autumn,
Well deserved.
can you pick up the phone because I fucking called it?
Mhm.
It's a meme, but yeah, I thought. But
I think we all called it, but
yeah, we all called it. But anywho, as your referee, as your moderator and Super Bowl 59 champ, Philadelphia Eagles representative, I honestly think like this is honestly an even matchup. I think even with the injuries that you have to take into account for and the coaching schemes and whatnot, I honestly don't know who's going to win this game. But if I have one thing that can edge out, is who it happens on special teams. I think the Seahawks win this game. And it is going to be 20. I think there is going to be 24-20. They're going to exercise the demon of not running the ball. But I have a beat the dome moment right here, Anand. Rashid Shaheed's gonna have a kickoff return for a touchdown. He's gonna have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Book that. What?
Holy shit, man. This MVP race might be the closest MVP race that we would have gotten. And it's all because of some moron voted for some moronic person.
Who?
Justin Herbert got 1 vote.
What?
Josh Allen got 2 votes.
What?
And 1 short. And so Matthew Stafford ended with 24 votes, and Drake May ended with 23 votes.
Oh my god.
He was 1 vote away from being co-MVP.
Oh,
That is nuts.
Jesus.
Shit.
Dumbass.
Who voted for Justin Herbert? I need
Who
to
voted
know.
for Josh
I need
Allen? Oh my god.
I think.
I mean, there's 2 people voting for
trolling.
Josh Allen, but like I'm just serious. Who voted for?
I can't. I don't think we can vote.
I think
I don't
someone
think
had
we
to
can vote
troll
for
it.
awards.
I think someone was trolling. I think someone trolled just for this shit.
I think so. Yeah.
This is like that one person who trolled Lamar Jackson from an unanimous MVP.
Yeah. I wonder who that could have been.
But yeah, that's my thing. 24-20, the Seahawks will win, and Rashid Shaheed kickoff return for a touchdown.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, Achu texted us. Drake May got robbed.
Well, I
Not
mean,
true,
Rob
but
for
okay.
MVP, sure. I think the last time that happened was what?
Steve McNair and Peyton Manning.
20.
It's a long time ago.
R.I.P. McNair. R.I.P. McNair,
Yep.
man.
Lifetime Achievement
That was
Award,
good,
dude. Y'all just dick riders, man. Y'all can't even just appreciate. Y'all can't even appreciate, bro. Y'all always got to have some dumbass comment. Oh, I hope it's belt to ass on you guys, man. God damn. This one chat makes me hope that it's 40-8 like the Seahawks did last time. God damn.
Well, you know what? Hey, Abhishek, if you want it to be a little bit more fair, I think we need a Raksha curse to be put on for the Patriots.
Do it, man. Do it. But 'cause
bro,
apparently no one can
I
beat it.
love you, but the Raksha curse is going to the Patriots for doing some stupid
Oh my God.
All right. Any other
We're about to
predictions?
have a second war here. I mean, he's not wrong. 13 1
He's
years.
not.
That's
He's really
most
not.
in NFL history.
Oh my God! The DMs are
Oh, I can't. I cannot. This is funny.
on a.
Oh boy. Just for reference for our audio folks, our internal group chat is going wild because of one man, Achu, his beliefs and opinions.
Oh man.
Which mean nothing, honestly. That's fine.
Yeah. Alrighty. So final game predictions, and then we're going to call it a night.
Yeah. Clip
And-
whatever segments that we got for sure, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Cam, you can go first.
Okay.
I know you don't want to root
Wow,
for
I
the
wonder what he's gonna say. What could he
I think it's the
possibly be?
meteor.
All right. I'm saying Buck. Okay. Man,
It's okay.
I gotta think, because Baltimore thought they could beat us, but they didn't. They just choked. So
No, like who
Buddy
wins the
did-
Super Bowl?
Hey man, I'm sorry.
I know.
Man.
No, I
it's
know, I
not.
know.
It's not
I'm just thinking.
1995. Y'all are not in the Super Bowl. All right, we're in
94.
2026.
94, but
Oh,
okay.
even worse, 94. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. 94. Sorry, wrong year. Wrong year. One more year longer.
I'm thinking. Okay.
Oh my God,
gonna
my
say-
stomach, bro,
I'm gonna-
my stomach.
I'm gonna say 28-21 Seattle.
Okay,
Okay.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Anant, you were saying what was your prediction?
I was gonna say 21-18 Seattle. They get it after a game-winning field goal.
That makes sense.
Varun, we all know what your prediction is, but by how
Yeah,
much?
I'll go. I'll say 24-21. I'll take the Patriots.
Okay.
We need to have that.
I can't predict it.
Abhishek's like, no, screw you guys. I want 40-6 Seahawks.
I already called it. I want 43-8 again. I want to repeat. But no, I just
It's not
remember
the
how
Broncos.
I just remember how dumb that game was, and I think I stopped watching in the first quarter. So I want to get Super Bowl. I will say, honestly, I don't know. It's really hard to bet against Mike Rabel. So, but I'm gonna go 31-24 Seahawks.
All right.
Oh, I got beat. Shit.
Predictions
Alrighty.
are in.
Y'all always get beat. Chill, bro.
Oh no. Oh no. I was playing a mobile game, but okay.
Oh no, all good. Yankees and the Bills.
Okay.
Dude, you're just like,
He's just gonna quit this official rage
Toronto.
quit from
Okay.
Cam.
Okay. Toronto
anyway,
just kicked
but-
us while we're down. That's not my fault.
Rakshak, finish it off, shall we?
I think I already made my prediction 24 to. Oh, we have an update.
Sorry, the one of the best awards in the NFL, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award goes to Bobby Wagner.
God damn it.
Hey, wow.
Bro,
Damn,
it's a
Cam.
good award, man.
You expect it to go to Josh Allen again?
No.
Bro,
no,
Josh,
he
you
wasn't.
can't just be
No,
gifted awards, man.
No, Josh wasn't a candidate.
It was Deion
Deion
Dawkins, right?
Deion Dawkins.
Deion
was.
Dawkins. Yeah,
Yeah.
Deion Dawkins.
I mean, like, you gotta let the other. I mean, if you want to, I was about to say like
Lost
something
for words.
super, like a really, really poor joke, but I'm not gonna do it.
No, if for Allen winning it like last year, like Bills don't deserve any awards ever again.
No, yeah,
Okay.
I honestly
All
that
right.
was bad. Last year, Josh Allen winning. I mean,
Lamar threw
I'm a Josh Allen
41
fan.
touchdowns and 4 picks, and then Josh Allen took the Power of Friendship MVP. Like, come on.
I'm telling you, man, that was such
No,
bullshit, bro.
but Varun, I will tell you something. Josh Allen did win an NFL meme award. He won. Josh
won biggest
Allen won
choker.
Choker of the Year award.
Oh my God.
I mean, Trayvon Diggs won Offensive Player of the Year. Geno Smith won Defensive Player of the Year. And Sean Tapp Comeback Player of the Year award went to JJ McCarthy.
What a fall off for Geno Smith.
And Mark Sanchez,
that
Walter
was a
Payton
very
Man
good
of the
fall-off.
Year.
For what? The butt fumble?
No,
No,
for
but
like
yeah.
Mark Sanchez.
For
what
the
he did.
arrest and that fight he did in when he got stabbed, but then he tried blaming someone else, but he was the instigator.
Yeah.
He got
And
on-
I thought and of course the least valuable team position award went to Dr. Tim McAdams of the 49ers. With that electromagnetic thing, he was like, what the
It's
fuck?
so bad that they have to ship them to Australia just to escape the electromagnetic radiation from their facility.
My favorite part is that
that's
they're
not
not
good.
none of the players for the Super Bowl teams are practicing in Levi Stadium. They're all practicing everywhere
Exactly.
because they want to
think-
stay away from that bullshit.
I think it's because it's media week, isn't it? That's probably why.
Yeah, but even in practice week, they're not even going to Levi's.
Yeah.
I think they're going somewhere else.
I think
Oh.
rightfully so. Do not like Levi Stadium. You risk it all over there, but at the practice fields, hell no. Go to freaking Palo Alto if you need to go at the Cardinal at Stanford's place or UCLA or hell San Diego State Spartans, San Jose State Spartans. I don't know, 2 fucking Spartan team names or whatnot. Yeah, but pick it your pick. That's all. But anyway,
Alrighty.
that's all I got.
There you go.
Okay. So that's going to be it for. Actually, we didn't hear your game prediction, Chuck. I think you.
I
Yeah, we
I
didn't
think
hear it, dude.
I said my game prediction. I called the Seahawks winning at 24-20. The
Oh,
reverse score of
okay.
that Super Bowl, and I have a Rashid and my beat the dome moment. Rashid Shaheed kickoff return for a touchdown, and my Super Bowl MVP. I'm going all in. I'm going with Mr. JSN.
Oh, me too.
Jackson Smith
Me
is
too.
big ball. He's gonna have 1 touchdown, and he will touch. But not get close. No, he's not gonna reach it. He'll get close to 100 yards. Bank on that.
Oh, you gotta finish your sentences, man. Those pauses were very vague.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do like the
touch.
Brian Windhorse. Like
He's gonna
why
touch,
is it?
but he's not gonna reach. Okay, fuck that fat ass Brian Windhorse. All right, don't get me started on that fat ass. All right, I am sick of that man.
Who?
That man want to
Dable?
talk about
Who,
talk about
Dable?
everyone, but that man built like a Tonka truck. Like Jesus Christ, man, he wants to talk about being fat. Good lord.
Who? Brian Dable?
No,
Brian Windhorse on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
Fucking clown.
All right. That's
right.
going to be it for
I
us.
just have to let that out.
Yeah, that's fine. That's going to be it for us today. If you guys have enjoyed it, please leave us a review at one of the 4 podcast platforms that we host our podcasts on: Apple, Google, Spotify, and Pocket Casts. Or Chuck.
You can find us on YouTube, so make sure you like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell icon for more notification. We're also on our following social media platforms: Twitter/X, Instagram, and Threads. We're at the username at NFL MASALA2022. That is all lowercase at NFL MASALA2022. All of it will be in the description.
And thank you so much again, Varun, Cam, and Abhishek. It was a very momentous and memorable episode today. We're probably going to have you guys again back for the Super Bowl recap. We'll see.
We need to do that.
We need to have
We really need that.
a recap. So, yeah, if you guys have any last words, Now's the time.
All I want to say, if we're doing a recap and the Seahawks win, I want that a truth boy to show up to this call, man. I want
You should.
all the
You really
smoke.
should. You really should.
Do it.
I
He
want to
needs
hear
it.
what he's. I want to hear what he's got to say. Oh, Drake May was hurt that day. Oh, I want to hear it all.
That's fair.
I want to say that.
I can't be laughing.
You and I better
Josh
grab the
had foot
popcorn.
surgery,
We'll just
so-
let those two go at it.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so we're gonna hit you guys with our signature outro. Go Pack, go!
And fly, Eagles, fly. Take care and have a good night.
Yeah.
Peace.